The Nuu B30 Pro 5G is an affordable smartphone that is jam-packed with high specs, and it makes this phone incredibly appealing. It has a large 6.7-inch 120Hz AMOLED display, 12GB of RAM, 256GB of storage, a massive 5000 mAh battery, and a lot more. So this phone runs on the T-Mobile network, so any company that uses it will be compatible with this phone, such as Mint Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile. So the retail price of this is $300, and I will leave the link in the description. In this video, I will cover the features, performance, battery life, camera, what I like and dislike about the phone, and if it's worth it. So let's get started. The design of the phone looks great. The front resembles the Samsung Galaxy S23, while the back sort of resembles the iPhone with the placement of the camera. The back panel has this pretty cool gradient color that shifts in different angles, and I like that the aluminum bar color matches the back of the phone. Because of the placement of the camera, this will rock when you have this lying down on your desk and you tap it on the top left section. This isn't an issue for me though, since I don't really use my phone while it's laying down. This is a pretty large phone, but since it has a curved display, the width of the phone is much thinner, making the phone look taller and it's easier to grab. The good thing is that the power and volume rocker placement is in a good spot. It is easy to reach and it makes using the phone one-handed a little easier. The phone's overall build quality is great for the price. The back of the phone is composed of Gorilla Glass, making this a little slippery, so it's best to keep a case on it. This doesn't have an IPX rating certification, so don't be dunking this in water. It will be okay with light splashes, at least mine has been. So you can unlock this with either the fingerprint reader or the face unlock. Just keep in mind that the face unlock feature is not as secure. The fingerprint reader on here is very fast and it has been working on the first try every time for me, and I'm very happy with that. The 6.7-inch AMOLED display has a resolution of 1080 by 2004, which is a little above 1080p, and it looks great. The blacks are deep black and the colors are vibrant. The display gets plenty bright for using outdoors, just not on a sunny day or in direct sunlight. So this has adaptive brightness, and I like that it lets you turn this off and on right from the brightness slider without needing to go into the settings like you do with the Pixel 8 Pro or many other phones. The curved display is pretty aggressive on here. It's not a big selling point for me. I would have preferred a flat display, but it does make the videos look more immersive. This comes with a pre-applied screen protector, which is nice, and it also comes with a clear TPU case, which is awesome. It's always great to see some extra accessories in the box, especially since you can't find many options for cases on Amazon right now. Before we move on, let's take a moment to thank today's sponsor. Ekster is known for redefining the smart wallet, and they just unveiled the latest innovation, the Finder card, designed to seamlessly integrate with iPhones. This tracking card has a thickness of about 2 credit cards, so will fit perfectly in any wallet and is easy to slip into small pockets. The Finder card is also rechargeable, and a single charge will last up to 6 months. Its most standout features are the loud 95 decibel ringer and its impressive range. If you happen to misplace your Finder card, don't worry. With a simple ring from your phone, it will shine back from up to 300 feet away, making locating it a breeze, and you can also pinpoint its exact location on the map. You can also share its location with your trusted circle for extra peace of mind and security. Plus, with the instant out-of-range notifications, you'll never accidentally leave it behind. And don't worry about spills or splashes. The Finder card has an IPX5 water resistant rating, ensuring durability wherever you go. You can pick this up right now with an additional 5% discount on top of any discounts that they have. The link and discount code will be in the description. Alright, so let's get back to the video. Now let's go over some features. You can enable the always on display, and the best part is that you can set a schedule for when this turns on and off automatically to help conserve battery life. The always on display has a limited customization option. There are only 3 different clock layouts and 6 colors to choose from. This also features edge lighting, and you can select a couple apps that will trigger it. There are 5 different color options to choose from, but you can't set an individual color for each app, and that's a bummer. This also has a side floating screen bar like on Samsung devices, and you can access this by swiping from either the left or right edge of the phone and holding it for a second. The funny thing is that you can fill this up with your entire app library. It's ridiculous, but very useful when you have a few apps there to quickly access. So I've been using this phone for a little over a month, and I've been impressed with the raw performance. This is currently running Android 13, and it will be updated to Android 14 in the near future. Inside this lies a MediaTek Dimensity 7050 chipset clocked at 2.6 GHz and is paired with 12 GB of RAM. The octa-core processor provides a fast response and smooth gameplay performance. The phone also doesn't get hot when playing for long hours at a time. It does get fairly warm within 1 hour of playing, but it's nothing that is too uncomfortable to hold. So this has been providing a smooth multitasking experience so far. This handles everything with ease. Launching and loading apps is super quick, scrolling feels buttery smooth with the 120Hz refresh rate. This comes set to auto by default, where it will automatically switch between 60Hz and 120Hz depending on what is being displayed on the screen. I have personally kept the display at a constant 120Hz. Now keeping the display on 120Hz will drain your battery much faster. With the 120Hz enabled and the always on display enabled and using the phone with about 60% of brightness, the 5000 mAh battery has lasted me a full day of usage. and I get about 5 to 6 hours of screen on time with this. The nice thing about this phone is that it supports up to 30 watts charging, so you can top this up fairly quickly. There's a nice animation when you put it to charge, and you can choose between 2 different animations. Now where this falls a little short is in the camera department. There are 3 cameras on the back. There's a 108 megapixel main camera lens, an 8 megapixel wide angle lens, and a 2 megapixel macro lens. On the front there's an 8 megapixel selfie camera. The camera quality is decent, but it doesn't rival your high-end smartphones. My daily smartphone has been the Pixel 8 Pro, and that is the phone that I've been taking most of the pictures with. Now this isn't a fair comparison, but this is just to show you the difference in the picture quality. So there's some pink tone when taking pictures in a room with low light, and it's very noticeable. The white balance doesn't seem to be doing a good job in this condition. This only happens in places with little light and where there's white walls or white items in the picture. The Nuu B30 Pro tends to overexpose the pictures a little, and even more when you tap to focus. In the camera viewfinder, there's a quick exposure slider that I find myself having to use often to correct the exposure. I find that lowering the exposure just a little makes the pictures look really good. The camera is good for taking day-to-day pictures to share on your social media platforms. Now, if you're taking a picture for your Instagram story when it's bright, I recommend taking the picture with the phone camera app so you can adjust the exposure instead of taking the picture with the Instagram app, because you can't adjust the exposure from there. Switching over to the video quality, it's good. It can shoot in 1080p at 60 frames per second or 4K at 30 frames per second. This uses electronic image stabilization, which is decent. When you're walking, you can see some slight shake still, and when you're running, it doesn't look too good. It's pretty shaky. The audio quality on the other hand is pretty good, and here's a quick audio sample. Testing, 1, 2, 3 testing. This is a quick microphone test coming from the Nuu B30 Pro, and I'm surprised with the audio quality on here. It's clear and loud. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the audio quality. And now moving on. Overall, the Nuu B30 Pro is a great affordable 5G phone that is powerful enough to meet the needs of most users. But it does make some sacrifices in the camera department. If you're looking for a phone that can meet your high demands and you don't mind having the best pictures, then this is a great phone to go for. So that wraps up today's video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech related content, and I will talk to you on the next one.